The truth about making money online is that it's simple. It's never been simpler. It just requires work. But in this video, I'm literally going to break down everything from beginning to the end about what it really is like to work on your own time, to have your own online business, to make money online. Because when you are used to working a job, working that 9 to 5, which there is no problems with, but when you're used to that, you're not used to working for the sake of performing, working for the sake of achieving a specific result. You're used to working until the time runs out. In some cases, you literally get paid to do nothing. Like, you can literally sit there for a few hours and then the reps don't necessarily matter, right? But when it comes to running your own business, when it comes to making money online, the reps that you do matters. The performance that you make, the results that you get, all of these things matter. Because at the end of the day, it's not about who works the hardest, it's about who achieves the best results. That person will always outperform you, which is why when it comes to making money online, it's not like you leave and you instantly go and only work 2 to 3 hours a day and you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. That's possible, but there's steps to get there. Because once you get started with actually making money online, the first goal is to replace the money that you were making from your job, so that you can literally free up more of your time, right? Now, getting to that point is what's gonna take you a few hours a day. It shouldn't take you more than a few hours a day. If it takes you more than a few hours a day, you probably picked the wrong business model, right? And there's plenty of different ways of making money online that you've probably seen on the internet, whether it be drop shipping, social media marketing, or digital marketing in that sense, a clothing brand, day trading, whatever. Literally every single one of them work. You just have to work it, right? But at the same time, you have to understand that if you don't sit down and decide to learn this skill that will literally serve as your insurance policy, because when things go bad, when you actually take the risk and you're no longer working that job, you're no longer working that 9 to 5, and you have all this free time, now it's up to you and your skills. Because you can't go back to, oh man, I need to get another job and get paid and do this. I mean, it's up to you if you really want to do that. But at that point, you also got to keep in mind that like the mindset will be different, because now it's not, I'm getting into the job to get paid to pay off my bills. I'm getting into the job to get paid so I can raise capital to build what I really want to build the thing that'll actually get me to the 10K, 100K months, right? Literally by yourself with a few hours a day, every day consistently, there's no reason why you can't make anywhere from 1 to 10K a month. Now, from going to the 10K to 100K range, you could probably still do a lot of that yourself, although it will be a lot more work. But at this point, you have to get used to spending the money that you just earned. But you gotta get used to spending that money to get your time back. That's how you get to the point of spending 3, 4, 5 hours barely doing anything, but still making a good amount of money, right? So what do I mean by this? Let's say I'm gonna go with the drop shipping, because I personally enjoy drop shipping more than other business models. I still dabble, but like drop shipping is the bread and butter for the most part. So let's say you're running up a drop shipping brand. What you have to understand when it comes to the money that you make with drop shipping is that every dollar that you spend is meant to help you get $2 back, if not more, right? And this is not just ads, this is in general. So for example, you want to buy back your time. You know that one important thing about dropshipping is the product research. You have to do product research every single day. Now, this skill will help you make money in the future, because obviously if you pick a right product and you market it correctly, you can get paid. But you can't, or eventually you will get to a point where you can't spend 2 to 3 hours every day doing product research. So at that point, what do? You hire people. You teach them exactly how they should do product research, and then you have them do product research for you. If you don't believe me, check out Mikey again. Mikey again has already talked about this in his videos as well, where he literally has a team that does product research for him, because he can't afford to spend the time there. Because the actual thing that gets him closer to making the money and that's best used for his skill is creating the content. He has to focus more on actually creating the content and making more videos. So to handle the product research side of things, he found some people that he can hire, train them, and then show them exactly what they need to do to send products his way. Then at that point, instead of doing the actual research himself, he has a curated list already ready for him that he can check out once a day and literally just start being like, yeah, I like this one, yeah, I don't like this one, yeah, I like this one, yeah, I don't like this one, right? It's just little things like that that you're gonna end up doing to eventually buy your time back. Because now the time that you would have spent every day, let's say this would have been an hour or 2 hours a day that you would have spent literally every day just on product research, you can get 2 hours back for the price of like $4 an hour. Or like, well, $4 an hour is even too much. I would say somewhere around $3 an hour, $3 to $5 an hour. At that point, you're spending $10 if it's just one person. You're spending $10 for 2 hours of their time. Even if you're working a regular job, you are still getting an ROI off of that, because that's when the money math has to come in, and you just start essentially paying people to fulfill services for the company that you are building, for optimizing your exact workflow, so that you can focus on what actually brings in the bread and butter, because you being able to focus on that will help keep you even more paid, but will also help keep them paid. You have to understand too, like the people who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, millions of dollars a month, they don't necessarily pocket the whole thing. Like they still have to spend it somewhere. They have their own profit margins, right? Whether that be using ads or organic, whether it be a coaching business or a dropshipping brand, right? Anything like that. And I say this because I feel like a lot of people glorify the idea of making money online, and that you can make boatloads of money for not a lot of work. But you also have to understand that it's a different mentality that comes to it, because you are now choosing to work for yourself. And some people are more comfortable spending 8 hours working for somebody else than to sit down and work 8 hours for themselves. It's a different type of mentality, it's a different type of mindset, it's a different type of grind in general. And mainly the only reason why I made this video is because I want you guys to understand that you honestly might be underestimating how simple it is to make money online. But I don't want you to confuse simple with easy. It's not necessarily easy. You will have to put reps. You will have to do things that you're not necessarily comfortable with at the start, but it's because it's a new experience. It's not necessarily because it's scary. The amount of people that I've been able to teach on my end when it comes to starting their own dropshipping brand, starting their own online business specifically, where one of their biggest scares was literally to click the red button, because they were worried about, oh, who was gonna see this? Oh man, what if this doesn't work? And yada 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 and blah blah blah. And the reality of it is, you will fail, and you will fail a lot, and that's okay, because you have to fail to win. But you have to really understand that the faster you fail, the faster you learn the things that you don't need to do, which means the faster you learn the things that you should actually keep doing that actually work, which means the faster you actually win. And the faster that you actually win, and the faster you get the L's out of the way, the faster you can get your dubs, you know? And it's mainly that. Like when it comes to business, it's a game of volume at the end of the day. Like you have to understand that in some cases, you aren't doing enough, right? You aren't doing enough. And I say this from a standpoint where like I still feel this to this day, but that's where comparison is the thief of joy. That statement comes in. But still, like when you look at someone who's making 10K per month and then you decide to talk to someone making 100K per month, right? Or you're at the point where it's 10K per month, you're talking to someone making a 10K day, right? And you're like, dang, like what's different between the two of us? Simple. They're doing more than you. They're putting more volume out. They're doing more outreach. They're sending out more DMs. They're creating more content. They're tracking more things than you. They're spending more than you. You got to think of it like that. Like people want to make a whole bunch of money just to have a whole bunch of money. No, like you're going to have to spend some of it anyways. And that's really the main reason why I wanted to say this, because I feel like not a lot of people talk about the truth of making money online. It's not easy, but it's simple. All it really takes is consistency and time. And the thing is, a lot of you are going to complain that you don't have consistency, but you're consistent at clocking into your 9-to-5 job. You're consistent at sitting down and watching that Netflix show. You're consistent at showing up for the next episode of I don't know, like Love Island or something like that. Like showcase that consistency elsewhere in your life too, in a way that actually benefits you, rather than in a way that benefits somebody else. You have to understand that all of these people that are making boatloads of money at the end of the day are just humans, aka they are just like you. There's no reason why you can't do the same. None at all. You're just missing a bit of information. This is all I really wanted to say when it came to breaking down the truth of making money online, because there are tons of business models out there that you can literally leverage in your way to doing the things that you need to do, right? But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing that you got to understand is this: whatever business model that you decide to take, you have to understand that attention is the new economy. You have to create content. You have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Cold outreach still works, cool, but the speed at which you can get people to really get into your business with cold outreach is a lot slower than content. Plus, content is free, and you literally are able to attract people who are already interested in what you want to do, who are already interested in your life. So put out content. At the end of the day, who cares what other people think? Because if they're not going to be there to speak at your funeral, then quite frankly, their opinion doesn't matter. So if it means looking like a fool, if it means trying something new and getting laughed at, if it means getting called cringe, if it means getting called whatever the case may be, whether it's scammer, whatever, even racist comments. Like, I'm black, I'm getting racist comments every day. You think I care, bro? I'm not gonna see these guys at my funeral. I'm here to live my life once. I'm here to live my life once, and I want to make sure that I live it well. So I'm gonna live it with no regrets. And if that means people are gonna come sometimes tell me, oh, I'm cringe, sometimes tell me, oh, I'm a fool, sometimes tell me, oh, I'm a scammer, I'm this, I'm that, he's lying, whatever other negative connotations that they have, you have to understand that it's not literally you. You are actually trying to provide value in the world. That's just their perception, their perspective on what you have going on the experience you're trying to portray. And that's okay. That just means they're not the ones that are really trying to take you serious. And that's fine. Once again, I'm probably not going to see them at my funeral, so why do I care about their opinions? I think that's really everything I wanted to say in this video. So once again, to really break it down, the truth of making money online, it comes at different levels. But first, you have to understand that you're going to have to be consistent with spending some time on yourself to learn a skill or multiple skills that will allow you to make more money. And from there, you get yourself into a position where you gather attention on whatever offer or service or anything like that that you are providing. And then basically from there, you're set. Like, all you gotta do is focus on whatever your offer is, whether it's your offer or somebody else's offer, because you can be an affiliate and still make money as an affiliate. And then you go ahead and you get leads by creating content or any other way of leads that you want to be able to use, whether it's cold outreach, whatever, warm outreach. I personally am a fan of content, because you make one video that can reach thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, and the same message gets sent to them, right? So offer content, and then after that, start actually talking with them, build relationships with them, speak with the person that actually resonated with the video that you were talking about. Get out there and try to help them, right? And for that, for the value that you bring in front of them, at that point, introduce your offer, introduce whatever you've got going on, and sell them, right? And boom, just like that, you start getting paid. And it's just the math behind it. If you're selling a $100 offer, if you want to hit 10K per month, you sell that $100 offer 100 times in a month. What do you have to do to sell that $100 offer 100 times in a month? Okay, cool. Once you write that down, put in the reps to do it so you can hit 100 times, and just do the math on that. And people start getting scared about that because they see, oh my God, I'm gonna have to do it like 1,000 times just to get 100 sales. I'm gonna have to do the reps 10,000 times just to get the sales. Just do it. You wrote the contract for yourself anyways. If you really wanted it, you would do it. Yeah, that's mainly everything I want to say in this video. I hope you guys were able to find some value out of this. Definitely leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.